So Starbucks came out with this unicorn rainbow frappuccino drink, and it honestly looks like a My Little Pony threw up into a Starbucks cup. I'm sorry if you enjoy it, but it looks like nothing organic even went into that cup at all, slightly. So, last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago, was National Unicorn Day. I have no idea why that exists, but I figured we'd talk about the history of unicorns. So let's do that. Hey guys, Dallas here. It's Vlog Every Day in April day 20. The myths of unicorn, the earliest evidence that we have comes from these small stone seals from the Indus Valley civilization circa 2500 BCE. They depict these elegant etchings of animals, including a few with these unicorn-like figures. So what made them popular was during Greek times, Greece didn't push unicorns into their mythology. They actually wrote about them in their natural history. So there's various writers who wrote natural history that wrote about unicorns like they were real because the Greeks believed that unicorns were real. And the Romans stole most things from Greece, so the famous Roman historian Pliny the Elder was very popular in Rome, and he wrote about unicorns and everything else that was mostly fictional and said that it was real. And he said that they were, these great beasts, the fiercest animals. They were impossible to capture alive. The body of a horse, the head of a stag, the feet of an elephant, the tail of a boar, and a single black horn 3 feet long in the middle of its forehead. And unicorns are actually mentioned in the Bible. In the Hebrew Bible, they're called Re'em, and they were translated into the Authorized King James Version as unicorns. The American Standardized Version has been translated into the phrase wild ox. In the 7th century, the scholar Isidore of Seville popularized the myth that unicorns were impossible to catch. They were very strong, they could pierce through anything down to the belly, and that they could only be caught by virgin women. As with most myths and fairy tales that we know, everything is all G-rated and child-friendly now, but of course the origins are always weird, slightly scary stories and off-putting. This one is no exception. So the virgin woman would approach the unicorn and then bare her breasts, and the unicorn would come and lay his head on her bare bosom and then suckle until it quieted. Yeah. Nice and unsettling there. Good job. As with any creature that can be, calmed and has anything to do with virgins, of course, it's automatically connected to Christ, right? So then you start having all these tapestries and art depictions in medieval and Renaissance times of unicorns hanging out with Virgin Mary and, God hanging around somewhere and the angel Gabriel hanging out. To be fair, in Renaissance painting, almost every animal was considered Christ. They even had pelicans resembling Christ. Once unicorns were interpreted as Christ, they were interpreted as pure. So then, of course, the full-blown mania happened in European lore about having to have the horns. Went for, in today's dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. We're supposed to be able to detect poison in food and drink by stirring the horns in the bowls and mugs, and also heal illnesses. Special paranoia among royalty. Even Elizabeth I, she had a unicorn horn, very, very loose quotes, a unicorn horn in her cabinets of curiosities. And then there were other royalty who had mugs and drinking horns made out from ground unicorn horns. Of course, these horns were not actual unicorns. They were mostly oryxes or narwhal ivory horns, which is actually a tooth. Narwhal horns are actually is a big tooth. Even though the unicorns had gained this genteel lore, they were still considered very strong and untamable beasts, which is why they are still used in the coat of arms of some nations and sovereignties today, like Scotland and Nova Scotia. And the possible origins for unicorns can go far, far back. There's the possibility that people actually saw oryx, which is a type of massive cattle that went extinct back in the 17th century. There was also a mammal that was native to the holy rhino from the Ice Age Europe, which is pronounced Elasmotherium. And it basically looks like a big black bull with a horn on its forehead. But most likely what the Greeks and Romans saw when they traveled to India, which is always like this far off mystical realm to them, most likely what everyone was interpreting these unicorns to be were actually Indian rhinos. Rhinos have feet like elephants, like Pliny the Elder said, and the tail of a boar, which rhinos have. So I guess moral of the story is, unicorns are really rhinos and or, extinct cattle. And also, oh my God, please don't drink those super pink neon chemically reacted to something drinks from Starbucks. That's all for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.